everyone, so it's Alex here. In this video I'm going to talk about Testocaps and my experiences with them. By the time I finished them, I would have been officially 1 year and 6 months on them. The reason why I'm doing the video early is because I have started injections, and whatever changes I experience now will be due to them and not the Testocaps. So I'm gonna do the video early. So Testocaps come in a blue box like this. It's a month's worth if you're on a dosage of 2 per day, which is what I was on at first, before they eventually got up to 4 a day, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. They cost $40 per box, so they aren't that cheap, especially if you're doing them fortnightly. So these are what changes I got. The first changes I got were acne. I didn't get a lot, but I constantly always had some form of acne on my face. Luckily, like I said again, it wasn't a lot. Another was my voice. My throat was like tightening up, that it was getting like sore and everything a lot in the first few months. I didn't notice any changes in my voice myself, but like when I'll go and see someone after not seeing them for a few months and everything, apparently like they were picking up that my voice had changed slightly. Personally myself, I didn't notice any changes, so if it actually did, it would have been pretty subtle and only noticeable if you aren't constantly listening to it every day. Another change that I got was a slight increase in my sex drive. My sex drive was originally like non-existent beforehand, and it still basically is, but it did increase slightly, enough for us to like notice anyway. Another thing was bottom growth. It wasn't much, but it did last for a couple of months, and because of it I had become really sensitive down there, and I had to change the sort of underwear I was wearing to a more loose fitting ones because of it. So that happened. It wasn't fun, but you know. The last thing I experienced was hair. Like, oh my god, the hair, like, was crazy. I always had like a smooth butt, no hair basically on it. Now it's a jungle. It's like hairy as fuck, which is not fun. So that happened. My leg hair also filled out. Like, I always had hair on my calves, but I had areas on them where no hair was like growing, and so those all filled out. And my thighs never had like hair on them really either, but the sides of them are now pretty hairy, and the back of them are really hairy. At this rate, with my really hairy back thighs and my butt, my back is probably going to get hairy as fuck on injections. Like, I'm hoping that does not happen because like I do not want to be a bear. So yeah, that happened. The hair on my stomach also started filling out. Like, I always had like a line of hair going up my stomach to my belly button, but now it's more of a spread out triangle. It's not a lot because it's like all spread out and stuff, but it's all there now. I also got some facial hair. Like, I always had whiskers here. They started growing darker. I started growing hair under here, though they were blonde, but they were growing really long compared to the little tiny little bits of hair that I had my entire life. And on the sides I also started growing hair up here. These were quite spread out and brown. So that happened. I also started growing some like really long thick black hairs on my chin area here. So yeah, hair, right? Like, a lot of hair. So that was basically everything that I experienced on Testocaps. I might have like gotten something, I don't know, like moodiness. I got moody quite a bit. You can't forget about the whole temper. And that's basically it for this video. So I'll see you next time. I wonder if you can actually hear me from that far away. Like, it doesn't look that far, but this was like over a meter away.